That's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Sure. No, that's just optimism. What is that?
That's just
such a horrible fucking way to look at things, really. I'm optimistic that I'm going to figure out a different way. This is going to work out different this time. What do you mean? You're a half glass empty kind of a person, aren't you there, doctor? If that's your real name.
Come on! The weekend has landed. All that exists now is clubs, drugs, pubs and parties. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I'm going to blow steam out of my head like a screaming kettle. I'm going to talk cod shit to strangers all night. I'm going to lose the plot on the dance floor. The free radicals inside me are freaking, man. Tonight I'm Chip Travolta. I'm Peter Popper. I'm going to Neverland with my chosen family, man. We're going to get more spaced out than Neil Armstrong ever did. Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life. I've got 73 quid in my back burner. I'm going to wax the lot, man. The Milky Bars are on me!
And now, live from Rule 34 Studio, I bring you a girl that is done clowning around. Whoop whoop. Here she is, your host, the one, the only, Kinky Katie.
Hello, and welcome to the show. This is Kinky Katie's World number 433. I am your host, Kinky Katie. And do I look like a clown to you? Because you're treating me like you think I'm a fucking clown. Do I amuse you?
But
You think I'm a fucking joke?
I can only go with what you present to me. I don't know what your clown-ons are, your clown-onyms.
Oh, Jesus. Blinky and Beepo, I go by.
Right.
Anyway, and with me, as always, is my absolute favorite flesh-covered fuck toy, the one and only Mr. SC.
Right.
Oh, well, we are coming to you live from Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, and RadioChaos.net. It is yet still October, and we haven't hit Halloween yet, so yet another costume. This was suggested by a person by the name of Matthew, and I want to say thank you. And it was kind of funny because he asked me to do a white clown face.
Right.
But he said, first he said, clown. He goes, like white face. I said, well, thank God you didn't ask me to do blackface because I'm not going to do that.
Right. I don't know if that counts in clown makeup or not. I'm not sure. I think I'd have to see it to really understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't just dismiss it out of hand. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not going to tiptoe on the edge of something that's potentially fucking.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Later.
You could do like big giant, black circles for rouge marks. That might be cute, and that's not really offensive. I don't think.
Kind of like a dark doll.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Right.
Thing.
It's your black clown face.
It's not, like mammy kind of thing.
Wow, no.
I'm saying that's what people used to do.
Easy
that's what they get in trouble for.
You hear clown makeup on, you just go right into it, don't you?
Whoop, whoop. No. I do. I have a lot of Juggalo fans, so hi out there. Howdy-ho. Family.
You're taking old Hippie-O's tagline there.
Oh, Hippie? Oh,
yeah.
The keyboard?
Howdy-ho.
Oh, is that what he says?
Yeah,
I don't remember what he does at the beginning of his. I was just shocked to see who he was at first. SC's new thing now is he likes to watch people rebuild keyboards.
Sure, right. People building things. It's one of my key components in entertainment. You know what I mean?
So
until I know and mastered every bit of whatever stupid hobby somebody has, right, where they're really geeking out over it hard.
Yeah.
Like you watch them, you absorb it all, and then you move on to the next weird thing that people are doing and that are really geeky into. Like, ooh, did you see?
Ooh. I don't know. Hey, why do monsters eat ghosts?
Why?
Because they taste like sheet.
It's good. That's good. Hey, I mean, you didn't even get a chortle. Not even you got nothing. That's rough. I laugh at everything, too.
No, you don't.
Well, I laugh at a lot of things. I laugh at an awful lot of things, and an awful lot of things that I shouldn't laugh at. I laugh at. It happens.
Mostly because you think they're that dumb. But this wasn't even.
Sometimes, yeah.
This was beyond that. This is just like.
Yeah. No, it got stuck in the mire of suck, right? Like it didn't just like sometimes it gets some suck on it, but the fact that it has
get some suck on it,
right? But the fact that it has suck on it is it just comes right back around. You know what I mean? Just hooks it right in.
Well,
it's like a curveball, but a slider.
Well, maybe I'll find something. excuse me, later that might.
Hit the mark, right?
Yeah, might kind of redeem myself.
I mean,
something like that.
That's almost the idea of most of the acting roles you've had too. Same idea.
What?
Where it's.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean about what do I mean? Like it works better if there is a level of micro budget horror movie that people want and expect. You know what I mean? Like they're not looking for a CGI blockbuster movie.
Oh no, they know exactly what they're getting into.
They want it in that genre.
Yeah.
You can't take yourself too fucking seriously. Same idea.
Right.
Right.
Hence the clown.
There you go.
Because there's a lot of people think I'm a fucking joke. It's true.
Yeah.
You know what I tell 'em? Double tall boys, motherfucker. That's all right.
Wow.
My God. There was a guy, he got arrested last Halloween, and he's now, he's a registered sex offender now because he answered.
That's funny.
Well,
what do you like, what happened here? What's going on?
He answered the door naked on Halloween.
Well, it's not a good idea, really.
Like, hey, kids.
I mean, he's on something, right? He was drunk or something.
No, they didn't.
Just thought it'd be fun?
They just said, you know.
I'm a flasher. That's my costume.
I would have been like, oh, they come in fun size now. All right, check that out. Woo-hoo.
How do you think that you're not going to, that nobody's going to rat you out for that? Like, nobody's going to have their cell phones out and it's going live on Facebook immediately.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy, and he looks fucking creepy, too. His mugshot.
No.
He's
You mean the guy who opened the door on Halloween? You mean that guy opened the door on Halloween naked and he doesn't look creepy? Yeah. How could that happen?
Whatever.
It's almost like by default.
Whatever. It's all right. So, guys, don't answer the door naked on a Halloween.
Or do. Whatever. I mean, go ahead. You see what's going to happen. It's going to be a repercussion.
I'm a little disappointed that everybody would always yell at, tell kids, oh, you're going to get drugs in your candy and check your candy and stuff like that. I've never got free drugs.
Yes, you
for
have.
Halloween.
Not for Halloween.
Not for Halloween.
Okay.
Not like, ooh, look, a Snickers, Kit Kat.
Blow.
Ah.
That doesn't happen.
It's a fun dip.
Right.
With the key.
Not that we know of, anyway.
No.
Well, I think I would have noticed that when I was a kid.
Yeah, I probably would have noticed it too.
Right.
But whatever. My parents did still check all my Halloween candy.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to anyway, just because, I don't know, not even so much for, I mean, definitely poison and stuff like that, but just some man jizz or something.
Razor blades. There was
just, creepy dude fluids or creepy lady fluids.
Fluids.
Right.
Fluids is fluids because, it could be something else.
Well, it's like that video that was not too long ago that we caught where the lady's taking a hot dog as she's serving it to somebody, and giving it the fun dip. Yeah, giving it the fun dip there, right in, just looking around behind the counter. Amazing. I'm not shocked though.
He asked for this. It's like, I get an extra tip if I do this. Maybe that's what the dude's into, and he did it on purpose and said, hey, I'm gonna tip you this amount of money if you fucking
Why don't you suitcase this real quick? Give me the extra spicy
flavoring.
dog.
Yeah.
Right. I want the waitress special.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you used to have video stores and they'd have Alex's picks, Barbara's picks.
Right.
You have waitress's hot dog.
Hot dog. That's right.
It's her wiener.
It's like the Limp Bizkit album. It's except it's the coochie and the hot dog flavored water.
Just like that.
Purple
yeah,
stuff.
Sure.
It just made me think of fucking assholes next to
in hot dog flavored water.
Flavored cookies.
Chocolate something and hot dog flavored something.
Whatever.
You're on quite the 90s failed band kick lately.
It's
Blink
nostalgia.
182, What's going
didn't
on?
fail.
What's happening?
They didn't fail. They just got old.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
People moved on.
Yeah, failure.
It's nostalgia.
Right, it's failure.
Everybody's all into fucking nostalgia. So
well, yeah,
why
it
not?
seems to be a thing forever.
Well, it's kind of what it is. So I ran across this little thing. It says Halloween costumes that are easy to have sex in. So these are if you're looking to go get randy out in public, or at if you happen to be at a Halloween party and you feel like doing the do, these are some costumes that will make it the easiest to be discreet, but you don't have a bunch of things to fucking like take off or whatever.
Sheet Ghost.
That I think is one of them.
Right.
But Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Okay, RPG.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, if you like them old, sure.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, you can still dress as her without looking old, but the robe, you can just like wear nothing. And
well, you're gonna have
flip
to
up
have
the
some
robe.
sort of. There's like got to be some Venn diagram overlap with like somebody wanting to fuck you, and you know what I mean. Somebody has to want to fuck you, and it has to be accessible. Both. You can't just like forego the I'm wearing something nobody's gonna want to fuck me in. Right?
Or you could just, hope for the best and hope people are getting drunk or something and are getting easy, and you're like, all right,
okay,
let's do
now
this.
you're taking it a chance. Really, you gotta like increase your chances there. I think you gotta. I mean, just about any sexy costume. Everything's a sexy costume anymore.
We actually have to talk about that a little later, because people are getting all fucking pissy that oh my god, like Halloween has become too sexualized, but we'll get into that more later.
Right. Anyway,
so they were saying
RPG,
the Grim Reaper, which is
Okay.
easy because it's like exactly the same. You
None
can
of
use
these
the
are
same fucking robe.
slutty costumes yet.
No, they aren't.
What are they doing?
Daria, that's not slutty.
It could be. I mean,
really,
at least that could be.
it could be.
Somebody could cosplay that in a nice high and tight way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something revealing, something. I don't know. Make it up. I bet it exists. Daria.
Of course, like a hoary version of Daria. I think I remember seeing one of Jane, which was her friend, but I don't. Someone probably made it. You could go
yeah,
as
there's definitely Daria. Yeah, that are yeah, like cosplayers,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Cosplay-y.
right, which means usually
A little bit sluttied up. Haven't found any like super turbo anything, but I can see it's leaning that way. So
What? I'm Daria. I'm wearing glasses, but you're naked. I'm still Daria.
right,
No.
bend over. I forgot what Daria looked like until I just looked her up.
La 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 la. You can go as a condom, which sure, because
Yeah.
it's like that would be kind of funny though if you dressed as a condom but you didn't use one.
I mean, when really you're just a dick underneath all of that.
Maybe you're a female.
Okay, so you're a female dick. You're an enlarged clit.
You're a female condom,
Right. Well, you're in the condom.
Now, this costume definitely seems like it's just a fucking what do we call it? Cop out. That's what I wanted to say.
Right.
It's called the Netflix and Chill.
The Netflix and chill.
Yeah. It consists of a baggy, oversized T-shirt, and you wrap a blanket around you.
What?
That's the costume.
What is it? The Netflix? Oh, God. Okay. I have to see an example of this. I'm
I'll
having
show
a hard
it to
time
you later.
visualizing it.
I'll throw on one of your shirts and I'll wrap a blanket around me, and that's what it looks like.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically you're not wearing it. You throw off the blanket and you're like, I'm just in a T-shirt.
Okay.
And you just bang, bang, bang.
Right. I'm still waiting for a hot one. Really.
No,
we're
you're
gonna
not.
be coming up on something that's
You're not going to find a hot one, because the last one that they talk about
very little Venn diagram overlap on this. Really,
is a
I gotta,
two-person
disagree.
horse.
I gotta disagree with this whole thing. 2-person horse is actually pretty genius.
Because
You
you could eat the ass of the person in front of you
Well, you
while
could-
you're in the suit.
You could do like giraffe or something, so you're just partially bent over and you're just the back legs. You know what I mean? You're riding all night.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, you could do that. Why
Nobody
not?
knows what's going. You could completely just have like literally running a train in one of those that when the
Human centipede.
no, but like when they're doing the dragon dance, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like
but they're
a giant walking dragon.
but they're open from the waist down.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they really? I mean, I think you can make your dragon cosplay any way you want, really.
Because it's a dragon.
It is. It's not. It's a mythical fucking creature. It doesn't exist. There is no anatomy. You can just make it up.
Which I think is kind of funny. It's like, that's not how you do it.
Right.
Well, then why don't you tell me, Mr. Dragon Master?
Right. Well,
how do you do it?
Anytime you hear, especially in tattooing, they'll say, that's not the right anatomy of that fictitious, that completely fiction fucking monster that never existed before. It's completely made up, but, its leg definitely wasn't like that at all. And its wings are way too small.
And the scales weren't in that direction.
Right. No, they don't have scales like that. That's completely wrong for the scales.
They have feathers.
We all know this.
Of course.
Sure we do.
My God. What is wrong with you?
Uh-huh.
Because you can tell the Asian dragons from like the Game of Thrones dragons.
Can you?
Well, yeah.
Well, no.
They look a lot different.
What? You can kind of tell too, especially in the difference between like a Japanese dragon and a Chinese dragon. Like they do have different looks, but whatever. Neither here nor there. Then you have the like the English dragons and stuff. When you see artwork of them, the Japanese and the Chinese ones are way cooler looking, though, for sure.
The first thing that popped in my head was a dragon with like messed up teeth and went roar. Like I don't know why.
With full Austin Powers dragon, right?
They're like, hello. No, I'll blow fire on you.
Or like Mr. Bean dragon.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Sure.
That's not.
What?
I can picture it in my head, and it's very disturbing.
I was never a consumer of much Mr. Bean anything. I don't think I've ever seen a complete Mr. Bean movie or anything like that.
I haven't seen his movies.
Was it a show?
Yeah.
Or it was movies, different movies he was in.
They've had movies, yeah, and he is Rowan Atkinson. He is an actor, and he has been in a bunch of movies. But Mr. Bean, I think, is probably his most famous, like how he got famous. But I could be completely wrong. He was also in some British comedy called The Black Adder, which I didn't really care for very much. So.
Deep cuts, going deep.
I know.
Going deep.
I am. Going deep in British.
Now, I wonder how much of a stretch, Mr. Bean, the character, was from the actual Rowan Atkinson there. I wonder how beanie he really is. You know what I mean?
Well, Mr. Bean really didn't talk.
No?
Every once in a while, he was like, hello.
Yeah, he didn't talk?
No.
Really? Huh.
When he did Mr. Bean, no.
Huh. Yeah, like I said, never consumed much Bean content. It's never been my thing.
Just sitting at home watching the Bean. While flicking my bean.
A lot of people were laughing at the Bean, though, at the time in the 1900s there. 1900s?
I was young. It was funny to me.
It was in the 1900s, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Earlier, maybe.
Okay. Earlier than the 1800s.
No. It was in the
1656.
No, it was in the 1900s.
1431.
But I'm talking about 1892. No, I don't know.
What? Hang on.
Hang on. What are we hanging on for? Are you trying to look to see when Mr. Bean came out?
What? Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
1990.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. Right. 1990.
Well, that was close. I thought it was like the 70s or 80s. I wasn't sure.
And that was, anyway, at least one of the episodes was 1990. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all right.
I prepped rather hard on the way in.
Yeah, it's kind of hitting me and keep it's yes.
It was. Yeah, January 1st, 1990 to December 15th, 1995.
Wow.
But I think that's the show. I don't know. Anyway, do your own Bean research.
Yeah, everyone's like, what are you talking about?
I don't even care. Why do I care? I don't even like the Bean.
If you need a last minute Halloween costume idea and you're kind of running short on time.
Okay.
And you feel like you want to be a little risque here, or if you just are like, fuck it, this is how I am, get yourself a costume butt plug.
Okay. What?
Well, like a pigtail, a dog, a devil, a rabbit, pony, laser light show. I mean,
right.
Get a fucking...
You could take that last guy and you guys could go trick-or-treating in the neighborhood. You could have your own little tails. Actually, it could be the leash that he leads you around on, one way or the other.
Oh.
Yeah,
but I mean, I wouldn't suggest you do it around any children, though.
Well, naked guy answering the door. That's why they're a good pair. They fit.
They'll go meet up with the fucking dude from Tool or whatever with
Which Tool?
The big one.
The big one. What are you talking about?
No,
Tool
not,
the band?
Not Tool. I almost said Depeche Mode too. Jesus Christ. I can't even think of their fucking name right now.
9 Inch Nails.
Oh no, Du Hast people.
Rammstein.
That's it. Yeah. We talked about him last week.
We did. Hot dog leash guy.
Well, the gimp suit. Yeah.
Bring him out.
Yeah. Bring out the gimp.
He's sleeping, man.
Burwig mode. It's stuck in my head now.
Right.
The scene. You can put costumes on your dick.
You can?
Of course you can.
What?
But you can even buy them too. You can buy, if you don't feel like making them yourself, you can buy dicks for your costume.
You can buy dicks for your costume, really?
Yes, you can do that too.
They make dicks you can order?
Yeah.
Huh.
From Amazon.
How do they know it's going to be compatible with me? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know. What do you mean? What do I mean?
Compatible as in
it's gotta plug
size
in
and
somehow.
fit?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about it like if I wanted to upgrade my dick, like my dick, like mail order robo dick for me. Like that's an implant.
That's the new advertisement. It's a robo dick for me. Are you tired of your partner having all the fun?
It's hard to describe it without describing it, meaning the inverse thing. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations where really you're saying exactly what you want. No, I want a robotic dick. Yeah. And you want it attached to you. Right. You want it impaled into you. No, not impaled into me.
Attached.
Right. Like I have a bigger, better dick. Right. A bigger, better dick up your ass. That's what you're looking for, right? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It's very frustrating to get your thoughts across. I could end up with entirely the wrong dick.
It's like, and I'm not doing it for anybody else. Oh no, I'm doing this for me.
Right. Like if I was a mad, genius or whatever and, trying to take over the world, like, Dr. Evil style, right? And I'm trying to describe to my technologist exactly what I'm looking for here, right? He may come back to the Batcave with entirely the wrong dick.
Well, yeah, I would think that you should be able to, approve it first before it goes into your body.
Well, I'm just saying, but by the time you spent $5 billion on a robo-dick and it comes and it's just a bedazzled dildo, I'd be a little disappointed.
Ooh. It's like, this must be for you.
I wanted to be able to interface with that. Oh, no, you can interface with it. Sure. Any hole you want. Go ahead. We can make a new hole if you want.
We have the technology.
You didn't understand.
Did you ever see Brand New Cherry Flavor? We can do that.
I don't even remember that.
She got tired of throwing out kittens, so they put a pussy on her side.
Oh, she got the side pussy. She had a side kitten pussy.
Yeah, that she gave birth to a kitten.
Well, she also
and she realized
could masturbate with it, had sex with it too.
She did, and the guy fucking fisted her up to past his elbow.
Right, and
she's
she really was into
out.
it.
Oh yeah, because she started to touch it when she was in the bathroom, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
That's another thing that would be hard to describe unless you saw it. So now I realize as you're listening to it, you're going, "What do you mean she had a side?" Yeah, she had a side womb for a kitten removal that she would give birth to kittens out of for some reason.
It was
doesn't make a lot of sense.
It was like a side birth canal / fuckhole,
like a cloaca, but
kind of, yeah,
out of the side.
But it didn't look like a pussy. Like it didn't have labia or anything like that. It was just I don't know,
it was just kind of what we call it because you gave birth, so really naturally you're thinking the same thing.
It felt like
how do you know how it felt? We were watching this.
Right. Well, I'm just going by her facial expressions and how she acted and how they fucked that it basically felt like a giant clit.
Right. Something. She was definitely having a good time with the side cloaca action there.
Weird.
The kitten cloaca.
Gut punching.
Yeah, we've talked about that kitten cloaca a few times, but it's an interesting thought because it's almost
it's an interesting thought.
Because if you ran into somebody who had the side cloaca like that, you can't discard it. Really, that person has a right to a fisting, right? Like everybody else.
Yeah.
Sure. So who am I to deny side cloaca girl her love,
side punching,
or his whatever it's their love,
it's pleasure,
their pleasure.
Them.
They.
That.
There'd be more than one somehow. I don't understand. All I know is if I had $15 billion, I would probably get the wrong robo-dick.
It's the latest.
It's very disappointing. I'm realizing this right now.
Latest trend and procedure.
Is it?
Sure it is. Of course it is. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. In a little bit, I mean, not too long from now, you are not going to hear any background noise, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, no, we're completely lighting the entire complex ablaze. This is what's going to happen. That way, everything, we're completely fireproofing our apartment from the inside and making it survivable. And then we're just incinerating everything around us. So it's going to get super quiet.
You had to tell him everything?
Well, whatever. It's going to be like This Is the End style, right?
Oh my God.
Same idea.
It's National Nut Day.
Is it National Nut Day?
And not like,
Like nuts.
yeah, like those kind of nuts.
National Nut. Oh,
Not-
really?
Not like,
Like an actual
not like,
walnut. Like a walnut.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Brazil
walnut. Sure, those two. If it's a nut,
It's a nut?
It's their day.
Okay. Coconut.
Is it coconut? Did we say coconut was a fruit or
Coconut
something?
is a fruit, but the nut's inside.
Oh.
Or the nut's part of the something. I don't know. We read it, but I didn't really understand it. All I know is it's a fruit.
I didn't retain it.
So that
Obviously.
somehow there's a nut inside. I don't understand. I think the nut actually eats the shit that we end up eating. Like if it's planted, it uses that as like the egg white. But at some point it goes away. I'm not really sure. I don't really know.
I don't know if that's true, but since it is National Nut Day and it's close to Halloween, you can get yourself a hand
Hand
squirrel
Hand squirrel?
costume.
What?
Yeah.
Why do I want a hand squirrel?
Well, I don't know if you'd want a hand squirrel, but you might.
Pair that up with side cloaca. Make a video. Oh, that'd be a cool video with the side cloaca.
Does it have to be with the side cloaca?
Well, I don't know. You literally have a squirrel hand puppet. You might as well have the squirrel climb into the hole in the tree.
It's like, you literally have a squirrel.
You might lose it, but whatever.
Oh shit! We only got 3 paws. Go back in.
What do you tell the people in the emergency room for that one?
Look for a paw?
Yeah, where? In my side cloaca, of course.
I don't know. Look around my spleen.
I had a birth defect.
They gave me a fucking side cooch.
Well, my parents lived right next to a nuclear power plant there.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, big gamma rays, and you got bit by a spider.
They drank the water, all that
Yeah.
sorts of shit.
Right.
There was this woman, she refused her friend's invitation to be a bridesmaid because it was their 3rd wedding to the same dude. She's like, fuck you, I'm not doing it again.
Right. Why not? You got to be getting good at it anyway. I mean, really.
It's like, can we just rewear the same dress or do I have to buy another one? God damn it.
Right. Right. And if you're going to stay together, then stay together. What are you doing? How did you figure this? That's always a weird concept, and it happens a lot.
What?
People get remarried and divorced and remarried and divorced to each other over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
like,
not an uncommon thing, but it seems pretty left-handed to me.
but I mean, if it didn't fucking work the first time,
I know. Right.
and then it didn't work the second time,
Right.
you're a freaking idiot.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're figuring out like life. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works.
I mean, that's when I like, if I block people on like social media or I block their phone number in my phone or something, even if I forget why I did it, or I don't go back.
Right.
I never go back. I'm like, all right, you did it for a reason. And so,
It's like way back in the before time when you used to put DNA for people's name. Do not answer. I would put DNA.
Oh.
And I would just know whoever that was. Do not, and that means that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did something with you, and I don't ever want to talk to you again. So I want to make sure whatever DNA that is. I don't know who that is, and I do not care.
Yeah, there was.
Probably not. And it might not even be safe to answer the phone. I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It could be dangerous.
I don't know who you are.
Physically.
I don't remember who you are. It's like, this is terrible.
I like my pets. I don't want them boiled. I don't want my car keyed. I don't want my windows broken.
Yeah, psycho chick stuff.
It happens. Well, there's psycho dudes too. But
Oh yeah, no, I know
thing.
that. Did you ever see the movie Fear with Mark Wahlberg?
I probably did. It seems like I would have.
Yeah, he's like a psycho jealous boyfriend.
Oh, that's always fun.
Who ends up going and trying to murder the whole family or some shit like that.
I almost see a correlation between the people who remarry the same person over and over again and psycho boyfriend. I don't know. I think there's a Venn diagram there again. It's like Venn diagram night.
Well, that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Sure. No, that's just optimism. What is that?
That's just
Such a horrible fucking way to look at things, really. I'm optimistic that I'm going to figure out this is going to work out different this time. What do you mean? You're a half glass empty kind of a person, aren't you there, doctor? If that's your real name.
Well,
Doctor.
Doctor Who, all those skulls at the bottom of that moat when he, spent years and years and years, thousands, millions of years trying to figure out how to get out of there.
Right.
Remember, and kept dying and coming back.
Right. Doctor. And unless
Capaldi
you have
doctor.
That was Capaldi. That was Capaldi with the millions and millions of Capaldis. Unless you have a sonic screwdriver in your pocket, I don't want to hear about it from whoever it was I was just talking about.
Didn't he have sonic sunglasses?
Something. I think he ended up with a screwdriver. I don't know.
He had sunglasses and a guitar, which I thought was the stupidest thing.
This is your 2022 Doctor Who update.
Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Oh, well, a gross trend that's going on now. Everyone's like, charcuterie boards are so out of there. So what they're doing
Because it's
now,
meat.
well, even the cheese boards too.
Okay. Right. They're on an anti-milk kick.
No, because the new thing now is butter boards.
Butter boards?
Yeah, they smear a fucking board with butter.
Right. There's some good tasty butter, so I mean, it's probably pretty tasty.
But it looks pretty awful, and people are getting grossed out. They're like, why? I'm like, well, obviously, if it's trending, that's not that many people getting grossed out. I say
somebody's eating it. I mean, at some point, it has to have some kind of something to it. It doesn't have to.
Just going to clean this wooden board off with this piece of bread.
A lot of times,
hopefully you cleaned it right.
A lot of times it does, though. With something like that, you'll taste it, whatever it is, and you go, okay, I can kind of see why you might want a little bit of this. Yeah.
A
little bit of specialty butter on a nice cracker. Because nobody's doing carbs, but it's like a non-gluten cracker. Those are delicious, I hear.
It's a fucking coaster for your cup.
They have succeeded, though, in one thing, making a food item taste exactly like cardboard. They really mastered it. They got it down, from what I understand.
I would have to say so. I would agree with you. I think several things have been working towards that. But I don't know. Why can't we bring back the sushi people?
What do you mean?
What I mean by...
What do you mean?
Well,
bring it back.
there was a lot of places...
Taking it back?
There was a lot of places that you could eat sushi off of naked people, whether it be a male or a female. Usually it's female, but...
Sure.
Well, since everybody got sick, everyone's like, no, we can't do that. So, I don't know.
You could do... You know what? There's nobody stopping anybody from arranging for their own sushi boat, True. You can arrange something with a person of legal age in whatever country you're in, and lay them down naked, come to an agreement. Hey, we're all going to eat sushi off you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You can do this. This can be done.
This is true.
You just can't sell it in a restaurant, probably. You know what I mean?
I
guess that's what you're saying,
Yeah. Not anymore.
Right.
All right. Well, we're going to go to an episode of Rule 34. And when we come back, we have got lots more stuff to talk about. So we'll be right back. Woo. And welcome back to Kinky Katie's World, Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com and RadioCast.net. You can get me on the Twitter later at KinkyKatieRadio.com, KinkyKatieRadio@gmail.com. You can Google me because I like it. You can get me on Instagram and on YouTube as well.
Right.
It got me stuck.
Right.
That was the purpose of it, right?
Copyright free music. It's doing it to you.
So, as I was saying, this is still October, and we're doing spooky stuff. These are new Halloween inspired sex toys.
Halloween sex toys.
Yes.
Your yearly pumpkin crammers. Pumpkin stuffers.
Pumpkin stuffers, sure.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you can get a warming candle vibrator wand.
Candle vibrator wand.
It looks like a candle, and it's
a vibrator,
warm,
and it's a wand.
and it's a candle vibrator wand.
You know, they're very good about labeling things like that in the sex toy industry.
They really
They're
do.
very descriptive.
They like to make sure you know exactly what you're getting.
Well, okay.
Well, maybe
question mark.
Well, maybe you're blind and you can't see, and you need it by feel.
Okay. Well, how many blind people came to the sex store? Have you ever? I mean, I'm sure you've had to have had blind customers at some point, right? No.
Nothing comes to mind, but then again, I was pretty pickled for a long time. So.
Right. You probably could have been like 3 blind people a night. You wouldn't have remembered, maybe.
3 blind people.
3 blind people walk into a porn store.
3 blind mice.
The one blind guy says to the other blind guy, "Hey, how big is this?" "I don't know. I can't see." I throw it right back at you so you realize how bad it is.
Okay.
Right. I do.
Right.
Yeah. I beat you over the head with your own material.
Hey, I may be a red flag, but at least I'm quality material.
Right. Is that the name of your new band?
What, quality material or red flag?
Red Flag Quality Material.
Yeah, actually, and Jodie Foster's Knuckles is opening up for us.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they always do. They tour with us.
We're their biggest fans. We might be their only fans, really. Not that only fans, but
Whatever.
their actual only fans.
Maybe. Well, you know. There is a Broomhilda Witch's Broom Dildo.
Broomhilda.
Broomhilda.
See what they did there?
Yes, I see what they did there.
Okay, is that a broom handle dildo?
It's a broom handle, but it's got the flare at the bottom, you know, the business part, but it's notched.
Bristles?
It's notched, but I mean, it really looks like a butt toy.
It's just a gnurly broomhilda. Okay, it looks almost like a cinnamon broom.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a cinnamon broom punched together. So the large end is your phalange.
And cinnamon was the last girl to use it, so it smells like cinnamon too.
I'm allergic to cinnamon.
Don't hit me with
Don't hit me with it.
The candy corn butt plugs are that crack me up.
Right.
Because not many people like candy corns, and if you do, you're nasty.
What are you talking about?
Candy corns are gross.
They're fucking sugar. I mean, we cover this all the time.
I know, but I love it.
It's just sugar. I mean, sugar. There's always going to be a butt for that seat. It's sugar.
Right, but I love the people that are like, enjoy your fucking crayons, your sugary crayons.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they keep making them so people eat them.
I know, but they turn them into so much other icky stuff too.
I mean,
we talked about the Thanksgiving ones.
Those same people are ordering extra tapenade, you know? So what do they have to say about taste? I mean, I don't love candy corns. I just don't hate them. They're sugar. They're just like some kind of gummy sugar with some flavoring in it. I don't know.
It's fucking candle wax and crayons.
Yeah, but sweet and delicious.
Well, I don't like them. You probably eat the wax from the wax lips too.
What are you talking about? There's wax in those? What do you mean?
I thought it was just a big gusher. With a gross outside.
You should see me at a crawfish boil.
Oh, I've seen you.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Is it?
Suck that head.
I just eat them whole. Right.
Like a
Same idea.
little bullfrog.
Well. Yeah.
Or catfish.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
You do that. You're at a crawfish eating contest and just watch people. They'll just turn their head right around. You know what I mean? You would freak Joey Chestnut out. You know what I mean? If
you hate an entire bug. Well, there are people that eat shrimp with the peel still on them.
Europeans. There are some Europeans I bet that it's like a normal thing. Like if somebody who cooked the food put it on the plate, they're like eating it. So whatever, if you put something on the plate, they're going to just consume it because they figured this is what you want me to eat, so I'm eating it. I don't know. At least I've heard that theory.
I've tried to do it. I can't do it.
I mean, I've met several people from other countries that did that. You went out with this one guy in particular, and we got a bucket of peel and eat shrimp. Like a bucket of hot ones and cold ones.
Yeah.
And he was just popping them in. And they were like, "Bro, what are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know. We just eat them with the tails." He goes, "I've never in my life peeled a tail off a shrimp." I'm like, really? So no, whatever.
Try it.
There's flavor in there. I was like, okay, whatever. No, man, I'm gonna peel it. Sorry.
Yeah, but he could fall down a flight of stairs and his bones would be strong.
Too crunchy for me, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
I can't do it.
This is a weird texture combination going on there.
Oh, and there's some people eat the heads too.
Shards of the heads. At least there's going to be some stuff in.
But there's some sharp shit on that head.
Well, yeah, but
little fucking horn things.
Like in our original example of like a crawfish ball, that's fucking the heads have tasty. It's ball. It's a ball. That's what it's called. I don't know what to tell you. That's what you call it. A ball. Anyway, there's actually, it tastes really good sucking the head. You know this.
Yes.
It's just fucking spicy usually.
I know this.
Your lips are on fire.
See, I don't like it too spicy though. I'm still.
They gotta be like
I'm
almost like, you gotta have like a level of numbness going as you're eating them, really.
No, I don't
it's
want
the best
that.
way, I'm telling you.
I don't like that.
Really. But like if you don't suck the heads, you don't get that much spice. It's because it all like gets in the head.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like nothing in there, so the cavity fills up.
Yeah, it just gets
marinated,
packed full of that Cajun spice,
juice.
Whatever they were putting in there.
Head juice.
Yeah. It's actually really good. And I wouldn't think that I would like it until I've had it and gone, that's really fucking good. I understand that.
I would definitely think that you would like it.
Right. Well, because it's just the soup of the soup.
The
stuck.
Soup of the head.
Yeah, the soup. I mean, it's just the concentrated soup and a little.
Suck my body.
Right.
Eat my ass and suck my body.
I wonder if it's crawfish season. When do they happen? Oh, it probably. I don't know. There isn't a crawfish season, I don't think. Summer.
Dude, we live in the South. We can always find them. So it's like, I don't know.
They're not as, like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen crawfish, like, in Florida. I mean, I've seen them, but it's not like, my understanding in Louisiana, they literally are everywhere in the water. This is what I hear anyway.
Mm.
Yeah. It's not like that here. I don't think they're everywhere. They're here and there.
Welcome to crustacean talk.
Right. Well, that's actually, food talk. We do food talk a lot.
Whatever. I don't care. I like talking about food.
Well, we all eat it. It's not like dick, where it's only a part of the population eats it. Or pussy. Same thing.
Yeah.
Ass is pretty universal.
Well, no, because there are people that are like, I thought, why do I have to? I don't want to.
Okay,
it's like,
then
don't force people. Yeah. I do have, but we'll talk about it next week. But I do have a guide to eating ass.
Mm.
Yes, there's actually like the master instructional guide.
The first 9 steps involve cleaning.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, probably.
You want some, everybody's into, not everybody, but there's a lot of people, usually basic bitches, that are into the whole pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Like pumpkin spice everything.
Popular this time of year.
I mean, they even have pumpkin spice flavored condoms, scented and flavored.
Yeah, those weird condom flavors and lube flavors are always
gross.
Because
they have pumpkin spice lube.
I'm just not thinking that's going to do it for me sexually. Like smelling the spice, I don't think this is helping either one of us at all.
I like to fuck pies. You need now smell like a pie.
Well, I mean, whatever. Just pumpkin spice in general, let alone here, my dick, it tastes like pumpkin spice. I'm gonna dip it in your coffee.
Give me your Starbucks.
Right.
That's how I got fired. There's an alien Yoni egg. You know those eggs that you shove up your puss?
Right.
This is an alien one.
Yoni?
Yoni. Y-O-N-I.
Oh, okay.
Like the Yoni Master, the one that does like the pussy.
Right.
Yeah.
I see, said the blind man. Jade eggs just get, like, it almost looks like a jade egg, at least the pictures.
It looks like a jade egg, but it's not a jade egg because you're not supposed to shove jade up your snatch.
This is made out of an appropriate material, apparently.
Yes.
At least so says the words there.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It almost looks like a spoon, a bulbous spoon. Well, because it had a handle. I don't know why.
Well, the one that I saw, it had a tail on it. It looked more to me like kind of like an egg-shaped eyeball, like I ripped out of the socket because it's got the whole little ocular thingies.
Well, mostly because like if you look at the silhouette, it's like the silhouette of a spoon. You know what I mean? Because it's an egg on a stick almost.
Yeah.
Right. It is pretty weird looking. It's got texture.
But, it's just like those egg-laying sex toys, the ones that you could... The
Tamagotchis or whatever.
Spit out the ovums.
Right. The alien egg inserter.
Yeah.
Jelly eggs.
You make them out of gelatin, and it's like, you could make Halloween Jello shots.
Really? Butt shots? Jello butt shots?
Jello butt shots. Oh, my God. Because I wonder, though, how hard it would be to cram that thing into someone's ass.
I know we've always thought about this with the alien egg injector because it's, you'd think it'd be some kind of floppy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never.
You can squeeze it because you got to squeeze it in order to get the little things out.
Right. And the things themselves are some kind of gelatinous material. So.
Because they're meant to be melted inside.
They melt internally and then run their way right out. That way you don't have to worry about retrieval. It's a very safe. See, there's somebody who thought of something. Right?
It's a very safe sex toy if you want to be unique.
Well, I don't know that it's safe, meaning I don't know what those eggs are made out of. That probably gives you cancer 10 ways. You know what I mean?
Well, testing everything.
You're getting like the amuse-bouche of fucking cancer diagnosis. You know what I mean?
Taste.
Right. You just get a little bit of everything, whatever the chef hands you.
It's like tapas.
Right. You just keep it coming.
Little small plates.
Like, we don't know that the shit that they use to make these gelatin eggs we don't know if that's good for you, but somebody did actually think about, hey, if I want to put these things up somebody's butt, right, I don't want to have to worry about pulling them out. What are we going to do?
What would you do?
Let them melt. Good idea.
Leave them in there. Oops.
I wonder if your necrophilic friends there, the people that are into that sort of thing, I mean, obviously, you're just going to have eggs in there because it's going to be cold. Right?
Oh, you're talking about injecting dead people with the eggs.
Not me. No, negative. I would never do that. What are you talking about? I cherish my dead bodies.
Like just housing for some chilled
Well, the people who are doing
embryos.
That's what would happen to them. I'm just reminding them ahead of time that you're going to get caught because the egg's not going to melt like you think it is.
Now, I wonder how like if you shoved like 3 of them up there, just like bloop, 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 and then you fuck the butt, would you be able to feel them inside?
I don't know how fast they melt.
Or would it feel like there was like you're hitting a piece of poo?
Maybe it wouldn't feel like you're hitting anything. I mean, because you just got Snuffleupagus' nose, crammed up there somehow. So that butthole that's a loose butthole. Probably.
It could be a cavernous ass, and that could be why.
It could be, maybe, might. No, it's definitely, it's a large butthole. I mean, that butthole has seen some action.
Or maybe it's someone just like getting the tip in, feeding it in, like having a chopstick and like getting it, like pushing it in.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden just takes a knee to and then crams it in.
Right. I'm thinking most of the people who are into the alien injection, they're, they have a pretty stretched butthole.
Well,
like, it's a hot dog down the hallway at this point.
But maybe it's kind of like it's the monster rape fetish. Like, oh, I get raped by this big bug thing and it lays its eggs inside of me and now I'm a host and then my stomach grows because then that's where you get the expansion porn back in there too.
Right. Blueberry.
Then you're right. But this time you're all full of eggs.
Right. Well, you're not because they melt. So, you know.
But fantasy, fucker. You got to go along with
the fantasy, right.
Think about,
Right, the alien leaving his egg up inside of you.
Right, the alien drop-off.
Right.
You have little, like, tadpoles in your asshole.
I mean, I would prefer to think that the alien was shooting blanks. You know what I mean? It's a safe alien.
Well, you would hope so, but they didn't have a fucking vasectomy.
No.
So, no. Everything.
The alien Snuffleupagus monster.
That's
who
right.
lays eggs in people's buttholes.
Sure.
Right. It's weird that it comes out as a fluid there, alien guy. Very strange. It's a very slick fluid, too.
It's very, very viscous.
Right. I mean, that's almost like a guaranteed way to clear out the chamber, though, if you think about it. I mean, you're doing anal, and you want to make sure that thing is spick and span. There's nothing up in the. So what do? You insert a dozen ovum egg, and you just let that ovum flush that shit right out, right?
Well,
I mean, that's got to be a part of the fun of it. I would think.
Depends on what material that they're made out of, because if maybe if you made like a thick gooey liquid, it would cling to the walls more, and then you might end up with a blockage.
I'm thinking everything is becoming a slick and slide once you have some kind of weird gelatinous egg, as a like it's gonna work just like a suppository.
Yeah, you sneeze too hard and it's like fucking like Spider-Man's web just out your butt.
Oh no! Oh. Like that one. There's one little worm animal that does that. That like goes.
Yes. It turns its inside into its outside when it feels threatened.
There you go. Same idea. What are we talking about?
It looks like its nervous system.
It does it. And it like sticks to shit.
And then it sucks back, and you're like, oh my god.
What happened? Now imagine they get really good with the CRISPR technology, and you have a whole line of people doing that with their buttholes. They're inverting it like just whack when they get threatened. You know what I mean? That's their defense mechanism.
And then they have different ones, like they have the the mace version.
Mace?
Yeah, it'll spray it. Well,
like
in there,
spray.
so when you're scared, if you need mace, like someone, it just shoots out of your ass, and it like sticks to them like napalm.
Well, they already have that, really. It's Thai food.
That's not very nice.
It's spicy. What do you mean?
It's spicy.
Spicy? What? Come on now. I mean, that is the actual definition of pepper spray. I would think, right? You're like that guy Mikey Chen, jamming on his fucking spicy oil, right?
Oh my god!
The videos that you watch all the time, and you see how much like he piles it on the spicy stuff.
And it's like he brings his own hot shit with him. Like he'll bring
right.
like a little packet of like chilies.
Right.
It's like, bro, you might have a problem.
You bottle that stuff, and you know what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Well, there was Steve-O too. One of his things that he's done a bunch of times. He makes hot sauce now. Well, he's poured it in his eyeball a bunch of times, and he's poured it in his butt before.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, why would you put hot sauce in your ass?
What do you mean, why? It's the same reason they like shot staples through their ball sack too, or
Then again, though, we have talked about that couple in great detail.
Right.
The BDSM couple who, he got fisted with a hand covered in hot sauce.
Sure. Like you would, really. I mean, you have a hand. It has a glove on it, covered in hot sauce. What do you do with said hand covered hot sauce hand?
I mean, wet nap, ass fisting.
What do you mean?
Ass fisting. It's like, what do you mean? What I mean, there is no question.
Wait, and here,
why is there options?
And here again, the ovum egg inserter would probably go over well with them because they could get it up there without a problem. It would just be tuk, 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 tuk.
Yeah, you can make like a fucking what you call it?
A thing, some stuff.
God damn it! Well, you could do. Chilies. There.
Your idea of directions earlier today.
I couldn't formulate words. I
Where
do.
we turn it.
No, I
Chili's
do.
Backside.
I do a lot better. I can write things, and I do a lot better at writing. But when when it comes to speaking, it's like my mind works faster than my mouth, and it just won't spit things out. And people are like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "No." I mean, it's just
turn light.
It's like left. No, sorry.
Right.
No, left.
I know.
No. God. There was a Michigan home inspector. He got convicted of masturbating with one of the client's Elmo dolls.
Huh. That's an odd choice.
Yeah.
The Tickle Me version?
It was.
It jiggled.
It was a tickle me one.
Oh, he was banging the Tickle Me Elmo.
That tickles.
For some reason, that's never occurred to me to fuck a tickle. But now that you mentioned it, I can almost see why somebody would. Like, it vibrates, it moves around. Oh, okay. All right.
Well, they got it. The homeowners saw it on the, they had one of those web, like, nanny cams in the kids' room.
Right.
And yeah, he went in and he picked it up off the floor and it started to vibrate. And that's when he was like, ooh. That's what it showed. Well,
and you have to assume that everybody's got cameras in their house, even if they don't. Like, if you're a service person of any, if you're going into people's homes doing shit, you have to assume that that's the case, right? I mean, I do. I go into people's houses and I assume that there's cameras everywhere.
I would.
I'm very uncomfortable even peeing at somebody's house because I'm like, no, they could put a camera in here.
Yeah.
How would I know? It's their house, not mine.
Well, once he got caught, he said, okay, he admitted putting his dick into Elmo's mouth.
I only put it in his mouth. That's all. It was just oral. It wasn't a big deal.
And then apologized and said he was ashamed.
Right.
It's like, you didn't take his virginity. Just a little dome.
Right. I mean, and almost the worst part is you left it back behind. It's like at least have the common decency to take it with you. You know what I mean? You're leaving your seed behind everywhere for the kids to play with.
Ew.
He is related to the same guy who answered the trick or treat with naked
with a
Wang
fun size
hanging out, right?
Yeah,
fun size Snicker bar,
and it was just a big veiny clit.
It was a Mounds. Had a weird lump on the side. I don't understand it. It's very odd.
It's got nuts on the side.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
That's for the side cloaca.
Could be.
That's what it eats.
There's another
bars.
Bar. There's I don't know why some people get so fucking desperate, but there's another guy. He got arrested. Of course, he's a Florida dude because his girlfriend denied him for sex. So he's like, all right, well, now I'm going to shoot myself. And he also,
a rash of that going on.
And then he threatened the woman and, she passed out because he was strangling her.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought you were going to shoot yourself, buddy.
Right. But he threatened her
his
too.
Mind?
No, he was going to do both. Kick her, beat her up and then shoot himself.
Okay.
Well, he went to choke her and she passed out, but she hit her head on the oven on the way down.
Okay.
So she was out.
Sure.
And then when the cops came, he was panicking and he didn't know what to do. So that's how he got arrested.
Sure. I mean, you choked her out, bro. What? You choked her out. You were going to fully murder yourself in front of her.
And he told him too. He's just he goes, I can't fucking believe it. He's like, we were fighting and then I left and I came back. And after I'd returned home, I had been at the bar and I wanted to fuck and she was like, no. So I got mad. I understand I was wrong.
What? Can I just apologize and we just call this bygones? Really?
God damn.
No, you got the cops showing up too. It's too late.
Oh, because I don't know if I don't know if he called him or if someone else called him or whatever.
I think I killed her.
Oh God.
Help me.
There's this app. It's called the BeReal App.
Right.
Apparently it's been out for a long time, but I saw they did a skit about it on SNL. And I was like, okay, is this a real thing? I'm like, it's probably a real thing. So I looked it up and sure enough, it's a real thing. What it does is there's a certain time of day or whatever it gives you notification. It says you have 20 minutes or something to post a picture and that's it.
Okay.
And it gets deleted after a day or a couple days or something.
Right.
But when you take the picture, it takes a front and back picture at the same time.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are we talking about? What is this?
It's just pretty much it's fucking a data collecting place. So they see what people are doing and where they are at all times.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
But, okay. Who's doing this? What?
People are just people. People's is people's.
Okay.
I don't know. They want to be, it says, with no stigma of followers or likes or, it's just show what you're doing when you're doing it. which I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, why would you do that other than someone's collecting your information?
Huh. I'm still trying to figure out why, what's
the point?
What is this? What are you talking about?
Okay, you know, like how you have one of, like if you have like an Amber Alert, your phone just goes off and just brrr.
Right.
You look at your phone and it says you have 20 minutes to post your one post for the day on this app.
Okay, and and this is just some app somebody would put on their phone willingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 20 minutes to post, so you post.
Right.
But it's taking your face picture along with both cameras at the same time.
Both cameras at the same time. So it posts
your reaction,
the one in the corner,
and what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Like where you are and your face.
Right. Okay. Well, I can see that being fun. I can see what you're talking about. I can see that being real fun. Look at this shit. I mean, come on.
I don't know if you're, but I mean, I don't know what the restrictions are. I don't know what you're allowed to post and what you're not.
Well, but here again, just the whole idea of taking both at the same time, meaning like you take a picture of your sunset and you have your selfie with your loved one at the same time. Like instead of the sunset behind you, you have your you know what I mean? It just puts them together. It's just technological innovation. It's okay, old lady. You'll get used to it. No commentary required. Just that's it. It's not about likes.
Yeah, that's what this says. Not about likes or comments or how many followers you have. Or
do they understand how the human brain works? That likes fire a little dopamine, and people go, "Ooh, that feels good."
Yeah,
I'm accepted.
Yeah, we were talking about that kind of today, and you're like, I don't know how any of that works because I was talking about something emojis. Like, oh, well, you can like something, you can love something. You're like, what?
I'm like,
yeah, well, you can thumbs up it or you can heart it.
Well, no, and you were going into detail. I said, no, I understand the level of like. I mean, like, I get it, but why would you do that? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I liked it. I don't want to tell you what level of like. I don't know. The same level of like, I like everything.
Because you're not on like social media.
Yeah, like why would I want to tell you that I loved it versus liked it? I don't care.
Oh, some people they like to give a little more.
I hit the button. I told you I enjoyed this. I want more of this.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying is I want more of that. Mm-hmm. Can I have more? Mm-hmm. More, please.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. That's all I needed to say. I don't need the level of how much I want more.
Yes.
I don't want. Yes. 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 Right. You know what it is? You're climbing into the character of the tiny hat. What are those things called? The tiny hat that you're wearing. They have a fucking term.
A fascinator.
Are they fascinators? Is that what they're called?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to take your word on it. I'm not even going to look it up.
No, you can if you want to.
No, because then I have to type fascinator. I don't feel like typing. I don't have that thought. I don't feel like using this fucking. No.
I can do it.
No, don't. No, I believe you. It sounds like believable to me because I remember it was a ridiculous fancy word.
Yeah, it's just a little foofy hat.
Yeah, tiny little mini hat.
Yeah,
that chicks wear that have no like. Beep, beep.
Whatever.
Right.
Okay.
It was like back when resources were scarce and making hats just took way too many beaver. Right, so they just whittled it right down to little tiny hats. I can charge rich ladies for little tiny hats instead of making great big giant hats.
Little beavers.
It's like the Punny Lawson of hatteries. You know what I mean? Of hatters. He does tiny little tattoos.
I know.
Right, but it takes him twice as long to do the tiny little tattoos.
That aren't going to be there forever.
Well, they will be. They're tattoos. I mean, whatever. There's ink there. That's they just get a little blurry. Stretchy.
A little blurred.
That's
okay. All right, guys, we're out of here for the night. I'm tired.
So am I.
I'm hungry.
So am I.
So I need to eat something and chill out on the couch. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, month, shift, whatever it is that you're doing, trip. Do you have anything for me to see?
What?
Well, happy almost Halloween. Probably when this comes out, it will be right before Halloween. So everybody be safe, have fun, and kiss on your pink parts. Bye. Bye. Hey, why was the skeleton unfunny? Because it didn't have any guts. I totally fucked that up too. God damn it. God damn it. So wrong. Urgh.
I like tacos and burritos.